Hello guys, seems like I'm live and everything is good. Yes, hello. Woo. So how is everybody? Let's see if it brings in more people this time when I actually schedule the live stream. That's the first. Yes, blueprints. I got some of it to work, and this live stream is actually gonna I'm gonna work on the UI for it, which will be copy pasting from the old one and then adjusting it to make it work again. So I most likely also need to start a version on Unity instance with the normal version, so I can see how things are connected and stuff like that, and then of course clean up as I go. So by the way, if you are wondering why my normally shiny forehead is shiny and maybe a little bumpy, okay, you can't see it a lot, it's simply because I was attacked by a gang the other night. I don't know how many there were, like must have been 3 or 4. I'm of course talking about mosquitoes, and they were punishing my forehead to an extent that was crazy. So for I think it was 5 minutes and I had like 5. So yeah, tough. I can't see that much anymore. Please show schematic blueprints with sponsor. No, that's not it. I'm only talking, the blueprints we're talking about here is making blueprints work exactly as it was in the normal. It used to be in the normal one. So yeah, but there's different. I really think you should turn into schematics, as Konako says. Well, we talked about it in the last live stream, I think. But the problem is there is actually a big difference between a blueprint, which is you can be seen as a full show, and then these schematics, or whatever we're gonna call it. Schematics is actually not a bad name, but at least it's something that is much smaller, that you can place multiple times, because you can't just, I can't change the entire blueprint system to be a thing you can spawn with the spawn tool, because how would you do that if things was like 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers? You can't really place that anyway. So there is a difference between the two, as I see it. Yes, we talked about that last time, and I'm gonna do something like that, where it some kind of a tool that you can kind of either select each thing you wanna be part of this schematics, and then you save that, and then you can spawn that again where you want it. Like if you made a fan of tubes or something like that, then you can place that again. But that's a new feature, and first I have to make, because now I'm focusing on getting the base game working, so it's ready for, so I know that is ready for release at least. So that's why I'm focusing on this single player now, and for single player to be fully functional as it was before in the normal version and the previous version, it needs to have blueprints. So therefore blueprints needs to work. So yeah, it's a different thing. That schematic thing would of course work on the same underlying structure, because I have this savable thing where you can save custom data for your stuff and all that. So I plan on reusing that, but just saving it in a file and then loading it in a different way and something like that. So yeah. I love the food and drinks you have. Yeah, I actually have now. I normally don't drink coffee this late, and I don't normally stream this late, but because it's 10 to 8 in the evening, and it can be a little hard to sleep if you get coffee too late. So, but I thought, well, I just made that live stream trailer. By the way, what do you think about that? I just thought it would be kind of funny and chill and, you know, cozy, having that as a live stream trailer. So yeah, I also have it here on my Steam Deck, so you can see it again if you missed it. There we go. Shoes, say hello to the dog. So really I can use this as a be right back too, if I want to. But we're still only 5 people here. No problem, no problem. Meanwhile, you can watch this little thing if you haven't seen it. Let me find... where is it? There it is. Just need to open up another version of the game so I can see how things are connected for that blueprint thing. And here we have a long ASML, what is it called? ASM, whatever, moment. I thought I needed to include the entire fill up of the cup. ASMR, yeah, that's great. In reality, this is in real life. This is my second cup of coffee today. I got one at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and now this one. So even though it seems like I'm drinking coffee all the time, I'm not. You have Starbucks and Trello's great, cool. You have a cute dog too. Yeah, nice. Thank you. No Starbucks. It's just a Senseo machine with some. I bought some different kind of coffees, by the way. But yeah. Okay. So first things first. Let me take this one here. Let's switch to this. So this is the old version of the game, and this is the new. I already started on this actually yesterday, and then I stopped, and then I was like, okay, I could do a live stream maybe tomorrow and work on this because this might be interesting. So first things first, let's see what I have right now, just so we are on the same page, and also so I can remember where I was yesterday. But I got a basic, what's it called? Quick save and quick load. So if we take here, where I take single player. So let's see. So go over here, and then I can take this up as we used to. I can also just do this. So we have this, and we have the quick save and quick load. So if I take the quick load, and it also fuses everything. There is still a problem, as I also showed in one of these mini devlogs the other day. And some of them are for some reason spawned at 0.0.0, which is here, which I don't understand why. But that is some blueprint loading saving issue, and not something really with the blueprint system as such. Or it is, but it's nothing to do with the UI. Sorry. So there's still a problem, but it's also kind of working. I can load it again here. It will remove everything that was in it, and then it loads up again. And then we have some fuses. Yep. So something it's kind of working, but there's something wrong too. We can also, if we take this and move this over here, we can save it again. Maybe we should also, just for the fun of it, let's just try and move one of these over here. Make it static there, and then make it not static here. And let's see, save. So it should go through. I'm also missing some indicators. I can't see when it's saving or not. So that's also a problem. Let's try and load it again. Let's, what? Oh, here we go. See, for some reason it shows up over here. But this one was right. But that's another thing. And what about this one? That it's also moving back here, so that's also fine. So for instance, just an example, Guanaco, as you asked before about the blueprints being kind of these things you can respawn. First of all, how just a simple one like this, how would you spawn this? Imagine you got this, you know, there's also a problem here. Imagine you got this one as a blue spawnable thing as this one. You know, it would be impossible to spawn, and this one could be on the top of that mountain, and this one could be on the top of that mountain, and yeah, so it doesn't really fly. But this is what we have now. And then also, yeah, I actually have one more thing because I started on the UI. So I also have this. There's some graphics issue, and it does load and also loads that indicator, so that's also fine, but you can't really, I can also click it. But I cannot load it or anything or delete it or open folder, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, let's see. So, what? I don't know if it's the new upgrade to a new version of Unity, and there are some issues with the mouse. Maybe it's only in the editor, but it could also be a Unity issue. Yeah, the red thing, the reason they are red is actually because I used to have one button prefab, and then I created a new one when I went to this yellow style, and I also changed that, blah, 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 blah. And then at some point I ended up using the other prefab as the main button prefab that I use for everything. And that's a Unity thing that is, I don't know how they should solve it, but so it's hard to find references to a prefab where it's used for some reason. So I couldn't just delete it, because if I delete that prefab, then if I find it used somewhere else later on, like 2 weeks after or something like that, it's totally messed up, because I can't see anything. All the data is gone, everything is gone. So instead of deleting it, I marked it as red, so I can clearly see here when it's the new one and when it's the old one. So this is clearly the old one, and maybe I can also select it. Let's see, let's find it, because that is actually the first thing we need to do. We need to fix these so they actually are replaced by the new one. So we have this one, and then you can see it's called obsolete here. And then I have a new one called button standard, I think. Yes, that's the new one. So how do we do that? Well, because already all of this has been out of the game, and I just copied it in from another prefab from the old version. So there are still a lot of references that are whoa. Top chat, or what is it called? What's it called? Super chat. 20 euros from Andreas. Wow. Thanks for keeping up and working on the game. Best wishes, and Brofist from Germany. Boom. Thank you. So cool. So cool. Thank you. But your name is new. You don't. Your name is not new, but it's not a regular username I see in here. But no problem in that. Just good to have you here. Okay, there it comes. Sorry, I was a little fast. Thanks for keeping up the developing and working on the game. Best wishes, and Brofist from Germany. Do it again. Boom. Oops, now I can't do it because I'm boom. Yeah. Okay, casual lurker. No problem. That Brofist, isn't that I know it might be a thing, but isn't that some what is he called? The big YouTuber, what is he called? PewDiePie? Isn't it his thing? I don't know. I'm too old for that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that normally you have a button that is referencing something. So when you click it, it references some other script and some method that it then calling when you press it. But all that is kind of gone because it's been copied in from an old version and haven't been in the. And a lot of things have changed also. So it's kind of missing all that reference, and that's what I need to set up again now. All the methods are still there, I think. But I need to hook it up correctly to make it work. But the first thing, because when I do this replace that I'm about to do, I also usually miss all these things. So let's see. And it also missed, okay, it also misses the localization here. Anyway, no problem. We'll fix that. We have a lot of localization issues to do anyway. So what we can do is that we can see the save button over here is this red one, and we need to replace it. So we can do something like this, prefab, and replace and keep overrides. It's not always it's working, but hopefully now. And then we can say that it should be replaced by this one. And now it's then yellow, and it have a wrong name. So I should, because I was an idiot, I should have saved this name first and then do the replace. Like that, because then we can put the name again. Maybe not the best names anyway, but no problem. And then we replace this one. It's really annoying, it doesn't, I could also, no I can't, I have to put it in here every time. We do like that, on this one, boom. And then coffee. Yeah, Gonago, it is a weird thing that it's not so weird that they can't, keep references to things if they have been moved out and in of a project. It's not. It's fair enough that they can't do that, but what is weird to me is that they can't find a reference to a prefab in a scene. And I've tried it many times. So you right click on a prefab and say, oh, find this prefab in the project. It's another thing if you have it in script and it's, you look it up by a string and stuff like that. That's more custom and harder to discover. But these were just in another prefab or in a scene, and it's still miss finding it when I do that searching. It's so weird, but that's just how it is. Like that one, open blueprints folder. If we need that, but yep. It's been years since I looked into this blueprint stuff. It's just been working. And we also used to have this clear fireworks button. Really, that is placed somewhere else now. We have it as part of the inventory. But maybe it's nice to have here too. I don't know. Let's just let's at least do like this. So we have switched it anyway. Like this. Okay, so now we are all blue, yellow buttons, and that's good. There was also an issue with this one, but that's you, I think. So we can, okay, I can fix that anyway. We have this list, and we have a blueprint here, and we can clearly see there's some shadow thing here because it's using this one, which is not the one we want to use. It's the background image. It's simply using a wrong one. And I can't remember if elements, here it is. So we go up here, and then we have this one. I think that's better. Yep. So now it's much sharper. I don't know why it's gray, but let's keep it like that for now. So now it looks a little better. And then we have the select thing where it becomes this weird color, but that we'll fix that some other way. Okay. So let's see. Let's open up. I have to open up the old things here because I can't remember how it's hooked up. That was my testing thing, so we can remove that. It's weird that the super chat we just got from Andreas, it has a like button, but I can't like it. That's weird. But I can reply. I don't know what happens then. Okay, then I can see that. Okay. Oh, I can also, I can heart it too. Okay. Oh, now, Andreas, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I have a little funny thing. And Keltosar, you know maybe what it is. Something in German. But it's only fun if he's here. Yeah, okay, it's not. It's only funny for German people, I think. Okay, so UI. So we have this UI thing. We have this. We have, and now I have to figure out how it was made in the old thing here. Frame pages. Do we have anything on the blueprint tab here? Okay, point enter. No, okay. Oh, that was confusing to me. Blueprint button. Tab. Okay, that's this old tab system, so that's not relevant. Okay, so that's not that relevant. So let's see here. Don't have anything here. Nothing here. Blueprint manager. Yeah, and here we have all these, and these are basically disabling and enabling these buttons depending on the loading. We could do that, but that's not so important right now. We also have these pop-ups. That's not that important either. It's more important to, and that's basically the blueprint manager, which I now renamed to blueprint UI controller because that's kind of the new thing I'm calling it. So we need to hook up with these, but that's not important right now. Let's try and basically just because the refresh works, I set that up, but then we have the save selected one. Let's see what that does. So we have the save selected, so it will override the one you have selected. It's currently in the hello Amnesty. You didn't see my live stream trailer, Amnesty? Maybe you saw it on Discord. It's just really cozy. Okay, so let's see this save select. So what does this do when we press it? It goes to the blueprint manager and save selected blueprint. What a surprise. Someone named that really nicely. So let's add a new. It's very hard to see when this is this small. Let's do like this. So we have behavior and on click, and then we have this one, and then we say the blueprint, and then blueprint UI controller, save selected blueprint. Guess we have something similar with the others, right? So let's say on pointer click, add it, and then the UI controller. So when the save as method is most likely the one called save as. Again, somebody was clever when they named that stuff. This one, I know that's not that clever, but it's easy to figure out. And it was the load selected blueprint. So we say load selected and delete selected. But we will run into some problems because the pop-ups are not here and they're not working. So that will be messed up. Delete selected. So we have delete selected, and we most likely also have some, or maybe it's adding that when we maybe open blueprint folder. So let's say this one, click, add, boom, and a new one. A blueprint controller, boom, 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 and it was open blueprint, so it's called open blueprint folder, boom. And let's also do the clear just for sake of it. But that clear most likely is not working. I don't know what it's calling, but the whole thing about how spawn fireworks is handled have changed a bit, so not sure that works. But anyway, let's just try it out just for the fun of it. So let's go full screen. I think I need to remove that weird flare over there. It's been there for a long time, but apparently it haven't been working. So yeah. Until some recent Unity update. Anyway, blueprints. Boom. Okay, so crash machine, propanes. That's mostly mine. That's what if we save as wait a second. Maybe let's load one first. So if we load the buggy one, that's maybe not the best one. Let's load the propane one. Okay. So that actually works. Let's see if it. That I remember this blueprint. It's like very old. It's from the 10th of December 22. And it just loaded without any issues. Perfect. It's also very simple because it's only propane tanks. It's a little weird. Some of them are there. But besides that, it's pretty decent. So what happens if we then save save as? It will most likely, it's messing up, and it does that because it doesn't know that pop-up that we're trying to load. So I'll need to fix that afterwards. What about the open folder? That works too. So here you can see that works too. If I could, what? Okay, that was weird. Okay, delete. Just try that. So I'm deleting this one, and it's also fading because there's a pop-up related to that one too. So we can't do that. What if I load this one up? That was the one we did before. Yes, exactly. And we moved it over here and all that. Okay, so that also works. Okay, cool. And we also need another style of selecting this, but the style of this is not so important right now. It's just to make it work first. And clear fireworks. It's also failing because there's a pop-up where I need to confirm that you want to delete everything. So we need to fix these pop-ups, and I need to refresh my head how that works. But let's see if they work. Let's help a little here. They do work. So it do work. It works. So that's cool. Okay, good. And we could basically still load up this one. I'm clearly missing that loading bar in the bottom. I need to figure out how that is hooked up. Okay, so I think I want to check this in. Let me just do something here. I need to check some of these things in. I need to remove these two. And versus blueprint UI 4. Okay. So far, so good. So really what needs, we need to look at some code now, I think. Because I need to figure out what happens with these pop-up names. Because the pop-up system in Doozy UI, which I'm using for the UI thing here, have changed a bit. So I can remember how. Yeah, I need to figure out how that works. I can remember, but let's see. Okay, let's close all of this. We basically just need these two. Okay, so... Oh, that's a little too big. So for instance, the clear fireworks. Okay, so it have pop-up, clear fireworks, and then we do that, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, every time okay. So let's see here. No, actually before that, I think I would like to figure out how this loading thing works. That loading bar in the bottom there. This one down here. Where does that come from? That must be something, is it that? Where is that? Loading, okay, blueprint loading. Huh. And it actually have a name. Ah, blueprint loading UI manager. This is not gonna be a controller. Okay. Progressor, longer loader. Okay. So let's find the blueprint loading UI manager, because we want to rename that to blueprint controller. Blueprint loading UI controller. Not the best name. Blueprint. It's becoming very long then. Blueprint loading progress. Loading is fine. Again, naming. tough. The thing is that it's been a long time since I changed that, but I'm naming my scripts like if it's called controller, UI controller, for instance. If you call UI, it's something with the UI, of course. It's a view thing, and controller means that it's controlling something, and a controller can, and again, you couldn't care less, but now I'm just saying it. A controller can be multiple times in a scene, so each button can have its own controller. The different so it could be multiple of the same UI controller in there. There could be a blueprint button UI controller, basically, and there could be thousands of these in a scene or in the game. Whereas manager, and this is only a naming thing, you can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to, align my names so I know how to use and handle this. And as you could see, this one was called manager because back then I had a different naming scheme in my head. But now in the game, when something is called manager, there's only one in the game. So so now you know. But as you can see, I still have something of the old one here, so it's not consistent yet. Okay, so let's rename this. Let's maybe first see if we have a reference to anything. No, we don't. Let's rename it. Your controller. Boom. Okay. So and where do we put that? And it have. Let's see. Okay. That was stupid. I don't have to open the old one. Idiot. Let's just open this one. So there is also something new. Instead of having all these ifs and all that, which of course gives a better message, but it's much easier to use this new condition check. So it just checks for null. So if this is null, it just breaks here, stops here, because in this case the game can't really work without this one. And I can do the same with this one and this one, blueprint loading view. So we have this, boom. So now we have this. This is a little more easier to read. So we have blueprint loading view, which is actually itself on this one, right? Yeah. So the view is on itself. So that's this one. Yep. No. Okay. Inner view. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would actually like to copy this to have a good place to start. So what do? We do this, and then we do it here, and then we take a copy of this one. No, we don't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We do, and then we do this. It's simply a way for me to load up the old map essential thing in here, so I can copy this. And I can't because it's still in that. It's still in that prefab. Jesus Christ. Okay, we do something else. Then we just take the prefab, and then we delete this again, and we go back here and we delete this. Delete, and we open this, and then we go to this, and we go to select, and then we take here, and then we take this prefab. Can I do that? No. Why can't I do that? Okay, we can do it some other way. Ah, okay. Yes. And then we can drag it in. Yes, okay. So now I can take this one in here, and then I can open that, and we can hide it so we can see it. And then we have the blueprint loading view here. And then I can copy that and then take it up here. And I think we want to put that under the HUD here, right? So we have blueprint loading here. And you can see, even though and that's actually a pretty cool Unity thing. So you saw I just copy pasted this prefab from the old one in here, copied this blueprint loading view up here, and it's referencing the the blueprint loading UI controller. And if you just remember, I just renamed that. So behind the scenes, they have some internal ID pointers, which make this work. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's just hide this for now. So where is this located? And it's located here in the, so this one just needs to be that's fine. I still need to clean this up because I think it's a little, there's a script missing here, for instance. What is that? Oh, that's this, oh, that's the view. Okay, yes, because that has changed. So what if we say UI view? Can I just put it in here? Can it remember stuff? Nope, it can't. But that might be okay. Finished. No, it's actually not that. The question is, how is this? So let's see here. Did that have any? So it have a sound. We don't want to play around with that right now. Finished. Loading, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then we have the background. Progressor. Progressor. We want to see what that is. So, and again, it's because the Doozy UI system that I'm using is not, it's been updated and totally rewritten, and I'm on the new version in the new version of the game and on the old version in the old one. So therefore, when I copy it over, it just says that this script is missing. But if I select it here in the blueprints progress in the new game, it's missing here. But if I do it in the old one, I can see it's a progressor. So I need to switch this to a progressor. Right here. Boom. The question is then, so then we have a progress target. Progress target. Okay, so we have this target, and that is this image. So we have this image, and this is most likely a progress target image. Yes, so we say progress. Whoops. Target image process target. That must be it. And the image that's right here. Boom. I guess. Let's see. Yes, that's the same image. Blah 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 blah. Stroke. Filter. That's the right one. Filters on the left. Filter on the left. Blah blah blah. Yes. Boom. Yes. Target mode. Target progress. Progress. I'm not sure what I'm doing now, but I'm trying. Go here, and then maybe we should have it in both sides now. So we have the progressor, image, progressor, boom, progressor, image, what? Other progress that uploaded program. Ah, it's not this. This is the one. This is the one. Boom, like that. And then we can say settings. Okay, so we have play mode. Unable to mean value. Unable reset to from value. That must be mean value. On disabled, there's nothing. Duration once from 0. Yeah, I'm not fully aware if this is correct. Blueprint loading here. So there's a progress bar. That's this one. And we have here, and we have. Oops. Let's see. Okay. Progress. Boom. This one is good. This one is good. I don't know why this have its own canvas. Does it really need that? Yeah, okay, it does. Canvas inherent to normal. Interactable, nope. Blocks raycast, nope. Pixel perfect, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, and this does the same. Nope. Okay. So we have this blah 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 blah. Let's see, how does it actually get? So we have the blueprint, okay, on progress, and we have okay. This is actually not the best, because here we're doing it another way. We're using static events, action things, instead of messages or something like that. Yeah, okay. So on progress, show, hide, and starts hiding it, the view, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. I would be surprised if this was working. By the way, where? Should I put this in here? Nope. Other progressors. There's something with this progressor that says I need to do animate a progress target. Okay. Let's see. I can't hear well. Maybe it's because I'm mumbling to myself. That could be it. Or the music could be too loud. But it's most likely because I'm just talking to myself, to be honest, and not very loud. Is it better now, Racing Man? Let's see here. So let's go in here, blueprints. There's also something in this switch I don't like. It's like it's fading from one to the other. I don't like that. maybe some of it has some kind of animator, fading animation I need to remove. But anyway, let's see here and let's load that. Okay. Okay. So it does show. But it doesn't look that good. And I think it's because we also have this message here. Did we have a... So it actually did work. But... But why? Loading message. So it should say something like that. Let's see. Our progressor loading active is a longer load. It's because it's not big enough. Okay. It's because it needs to be a big blueprint before this one is shown. But now we are at it. You can see this loader was made back in the days where there was no button UI here. So this doesn't look very well right now. By the way, the reason it's kind of hidden like that is because we have this overlay on top of it. We can remove that for now in the editor. I was thinking, what if we put this bar, made it much smaller, and then put it all the way in the bottom here, and then had the text in the side. So this one would go fully to the bottom and fully width. And then we change the height to like 5, maybe less actually. And then we put it to the bottom. Oops. Like that, and all the way out. And then we take this one, and then we say this one needs to be okay, but then it can run. This could actually just be centered, really, above this. So I could really do this. Maybe, let's try that. Remember, Konako, this blueprint thing is only for single player right now. So all that, there's no limit in the single player. It's as it used to be. Well, really the logic for the limit is behind, but if it's a single player game, that logic is skipped. Because you're on your own machine, it's your problem. So yeah, so this is not working multiplayer. Actually, as it is right now, clients have these buttons disabled. I will also have to do something with this, but the host can actually run a blueprint right now, but it's not working completely. So I think I will disable it for hosts too. Because it does spawn the things, but the fuse connection is only working on the host side. And I have to do the loading of the blueprints in another way to make it work multiplayer. And then comes the entire spamming problem where, as we also talked about in the last live stream, that it needs to be something that you, as a client, you kind of propose to load a blueprint, and then the rest of the server have to kind of say good or no good to that. And then if enough says okay, then it loads. And then of course some kind of timeout, so you can't keep asking to spawn a blueprint, blah 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 blah. So there's a lot of stuff just included in that. So let's try and load this up and see how it looks now. Hopefully it looks better. It shows, but it's not progressing. So there's something wrong with the progressing in itself. I'm not sure how good it looks down there. If it moved, maybe it's okay. Okay, you guys, you can't see it. Sorry, you can't see it. So it looks like this now. Of course, it needs to be progressing. That's not working now. I'll fix that in a moment. Okay, we have to fix that. Let's try and load a big one, because then it should show that message too. That wasn't big enough. Okay, let's it again. Let's see, what is this threshold? Is a longer loading. Okay. Okay, so it's more than 1,000. Do we have blueprint with more than 1,000 items? We have the buggy one. Do we dare to? Yeah, let's try and load that and see what happens. Okay, there we got it. And then it freezes the game as we know from the old one. And it does that to load it faster because it goes significantly faster if I load it instead of waiting for each frame. So that's why if it's more than 1,000, it does this freezing thing, and then it loads. And this one most likely failed because it was called buggy, and I remember I had that blueprint because it was buggy to test some stuff. But it doesn't matter. It worked in the sense that we needed to see this loading thing here in the bottom, and that actually looks pretty good. I think this progress in the bottom here might be good. If we can make it, maybe actually make it even smaller. Let's see here. Actually make it maybe 2, and then like this. Whoops. Is it actually okay? I will have to see how it loads in the. We have the the loadings. Where do we have that? We have that in the loading scene. I can't remember how this new progress bar thingy works. Bottom panel, blah, blah. Progress bar. So we have a progressor. It have a target. That's the image. Fill, yeah. And then we have the image there and stroke, blah, 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 blah. Why is it not working? It should be working. Let's see. So we have this one. We have the progressor here. So there's something wrong here, because I'm pretty sure this one should. So we don't want to have a raycast target. Do we need to mask it? Most likely not. Fill. Let's see here. I'm missing something. Fill. Okay, maskable might need to be there, but raycast we doesn't need to. We don't have to. So you see, this one is working. You can see it moving here. So it needs to work like this. So progress target image, target mode progress. Oh, wait a second. Background. Background. Stroke. Okay, so okay. So this one is the filled one, and we need this one behind it. But we actually don't, because we don't need that background. We don't need that line around it. We basically just need it to move. So really, I think we should actually hide that one. Maybe that's the problem. Nope, it's not the problem. Hello. What am I missing here? So, okay. Here we go. Okay, so here we see. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's try this. I think it's working now. But blueprints or schematics, it doesn't really matter. You know, clients can spam like crazy with both of them. So yeah, I think it would be a setting so that, you know, a host can allow it or not. But the problem is that I say that all the time, like that can be a setting, that can be a setting, but the game becomes very confusing for a host with all these settings. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, let's try this first. Again, Blueprint right now is only single player. I'm only looking at the single player stuff. I'm not looking at schematics or anything else. So let's try and load it here. Actually looks pretty good there in the bottom, right? Nice. That's okay. And what if we have a... There's something with the mouse here. I don't know if it's So, oh, looks no, pause a bit faster. It's become a better. Oh, is the 00 bug again? 00 bug again? What do you mean? There's a bug with the, I don't know if you didn't see that in the beginning, but there is currently a blueprint bug with the 000, but I'm not so focused on that right now. It's basically loading stuff. I'm more focusing on getting the UI to work, because the UI and this problem is not really connected. So I'm gonna fix that afterwards. And yeah, it can be a lot of stuff. But anyway, what I'm focusing on now is the loading bar here in the bottom, and that looks extremely nice. Isn't that okay? Maybe I should I make it a little less wide? How does it look in daytime? Or is it too... Can you miss it maybe? Sometimes I feel like people are sleeping a bit while they're playing, so... You just click this one. Oh. It's also weird, there's something with the mouse clicks. Something that is a little whack with the mouse, I can feel, because I'm clicking here. Now it's working. But anyway, do you think it will miss that loading thing in the bottom? Is it too small? Is it too hidden? Okay, so take a look here. So, is it too easy to miss that you are loading a blueprint here? See the loading bar. So you're playing around here, you're opening up stuff, you're loading the crash machine, the propanes, boom. above the bar. So like, yeah, okay, I can't show it now, but let's take a look at it. Let's see here. So we have it here. So you can see how it's set up here. We have that text. That's okay, I think. So let's see. I could move it. I could move it up here. You know, something like that above here. I could of course make it a line or stuff like that, but now I'm just eyeballing it here. But isn't that a bit weird? Yeah, maybe not. And I can also make it smaller because that's what it was before. We can just take something like 100 from each side, or maybe 150. So it's like a bit less. Let's try that. Yeah, I could also do a loading bar around the cursor. But that can interfere with, because while this is loading, you can actually do other things. So, so the problem is that it could load, and if it's around here in the middle, then it's interfering with what you're doing here. Maybe, but a good point about doing it around the circle is that people's attention is here in the middle. The attention, people's eyes are looking around this area. So, and that's why, even though it looks cool in the bottom here, I think people will miss it and don't see it really. Because here is their attention, and that's also why maybe, that's another thing, the tooltips should maybe be down here in the bottom, above these or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's another thing. I could try. I think I can. I think this progressor system works in a way so I can try and do this quickly. But anyway, let's see how it looks with this one. It looks good, but it looks out of place, I think. Then it would actually be better if it was only the width of the toolbar or something like that. Let's try again. Yeah, but red kind of indicates something is wrong, right? Or some negative stuff. And at least it kind of do. Yeah, it looks strange now, right? Yeah, so basically what you're saying, Keltus Amnesty, is okay. Let's try some things. Yeah, so you're basically saying, okay, let's make it instead of, and also the same with this one, let's make it no, not like that. Let's make it so it's center aligned, and from the bottom and then no, let's still do the width. Okay, wait a second. So basically we want to move this, we want to make it a lot shorter. We want to center line it and then only have it like 500 or something like that. Or 50 or something. And then we want to move it up even further. This is actually really, it's not the best way of doing that. But anyway, so we're basically saying something like this. I need to align it in a different way, but something like this, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think maybe, isn't there something called a animator progressor? No, that's animated. That doesn't work. Yeah, anyway. I can do something with the color, I think. Let's try another one. Let's say this is the and then I think we can do something like this and then say circle. Oops. I think you can do something like this. And then I can, in this one, I can have multiple targets. Then I can say this one. And then I can do this, and I can say progress, and then I can say, I can pick some circle. Yeah, something like that. We just try this now. If this is not the right way of doing it, but we try this one, and fields. No, yeah, fields. For no 80. Where is it, by the way? Ah, okay. That is to be okay. Whoops. Something like that. Something like that, right? Clockwise needs to start from the top, so just like that. This is more. What is the most normal this way around? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Okay. Anyway, we can do that as we want. But anyway, to get this to work, I need to put this all the way out here. That's not good. And this one is the... Okay. We have to make it like this. So we have to do like that, and this background is not really that helpful, really. Let's do like this and remove that, and then we take the really we can do this, and then we can do, we don't need So we point at these two targets, and then we can say, okay, so we need this to go. So this is on this one, and then with loading message, and the loading message is pinged to the bottom like that. Takes all the width, yes, and then we move it up a bit, so it goes right around here, so like 120. And then we take the bar image and we move that to, we also say that's fixed to the bottom here. And then we do like that, and height 2, and then position, we go up to here, like that. That would be 95, and then we take the circle one and we place it in the dead center of this stuff. We could make it kind of bluish, because that's the blueprint thingy, just for the fun of it now. So let's see how this looks. I don't know, but let's see. But again, that's not, and this is why UI can just steal so much of your time. I know we shouldn't have both, but you know, you get the point. Did you see that, Keltasam? Let me try and load a blueprint with this propane. No, the big one, this one. So what are you saying? Propane's loading. Of course we shouldn't have both of them, but it's just like, you know. But what if you move up now to something and pick it up and then throw it? Okay, then it's inside. Okay, because we were lucky that it was bigger. But that could be, it could be okay. Let's see here. And then really the message should really be here, right? Because when that message is coming, it's because it's freezing, because it needs to load a lot. So you only really see this. When you see that, you can't really do other things. We don't. I get your point with the percentage, but do you really need it? You can see the progress right here. My question is it going the right way? Should it go the other way around? We could do numbers there. That's no problem. But I think we should try. Let's try something here. So let's do this, and that bar thing. Let's try and hide that. And we keep the circle one. Should we give it some color? Green, maybe? We should at least switch this out, because that image was too bad quality. It needs to be much bigger. So like stroke 4, this one, because it was all pixelated. Then we have to do it again. Filled, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it needs to be bigger. Oh, 8 stroke. Boom. my point is we can take the loading message and we can also put that as this at the center and then a little below, because really when this is showing, as I said, oops, and then we can just move it down a bit so it's right here, so it's in your face. Let's try that. Clockwise, what did we do now? Counterclockwise? Now we did counterclockwise, didn't we? UI is stealing so much of my time. Oops. So we go again, loading here. Could go from could do something so it went from red to yellow to green. Yeah. Anyway, let's try and load the big blueprint. This one. Nope. So now we see we get the message now, and I can't really do anything because it's loading so much. So maybe that's okay. Can move anyway. I don't know. I think we'll leave it for now like this. Hello, Vincent. I think we'll leave it as this for now. That's it's okay. It's good enough. Did I turn down the audio? Okay, it have a sound. Okay, that's good. Okay. You hear it? Anyway, okay, so for now I think this is okay. Need to get these pop-ups to work because it is working now. It's not perfect, but it is working. So that's okay. Let's maybe, but you're right, we could do something with the colors and yada yada yada, but the problem is we could do a lot of stuff with this. It's a never-ending story. Okay, so let's check this in. We don't need that. These two. Edit basic blueprint loading UI. So now we have the UI too for the progress of loading. So that's good. So we need to, damn it, this one needs to go out, sorry. We can do that later on. So we need to find these pop-ups. I think we have them. I have them in here somewhere. Let me see. We had a pop-up called let's say delete blueprint pop-up. Delete blueprint pop-up. legacy. Here it is. But I think we have in the new one, isn't it? Where is it? Oh, I hate that it's not more structured. I try to structure it all the time, but it's UI. Okay, so we only have. But where are the new ones? These notification things. Oh, containers pop-ups. Okay. So we have it here in the containers pop-ups, and then we go to legacy, and then we take the. We actually have a separate pop-up for each, which might be okay. Prefab missing script. Open to fix it. Yes. Yes, no base. Okay. So if we go here to prefab UI, blah, 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 boom. This base one, it have a UI pop-up as the script. So let's try to open this, and then we say this script is missing. Let's say that's a UI pop-up. Boom. And it of course miss all the links and all that, and we can also see we have the problem again with the buttons. So that's all good. Let's see. So the parent is the pop-up canvas. I think that's how we do it with the other ones. Isn't it set to the UI tag? UI tag. Okay. So let's go here. I'm just gonna fix it down in the legacy thing, and then I'm moving it in a bit to the right place. I just need to fix this first. So we have a UI tag, general, no, UI tag general default. Oops. General. Okay, that is the one. Is it? Yes. Okay. UI tag general default or sorry, blah 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 blah. Let's see. This one. Auto select OK button. Enable black button. Enable block. Let's see. No, legacy. No, that's the same. Fuck's sake. Block destroy. Auto select. Auto select. Is no. Okay, so it auto selects the no. I'm just trying to manually set up same as over here. So destroy after hide. Able block back button. It's kind of hard because it moved things around. Select selected button after hide. Hide is pop up via. Hide this pop up by. That must be the same. So nothing. And then auto select enable container overlay. What container? Okay, so that's the container and this is the overlay, I guess. So like this, and then we have the container and overlay. Okay. Container overlay default, that's a new thing. Hello Trucksty. Forget not to freeze. Don't be cold. Disgusting. I also hate olives. Container. When this pop-up is hidden, disable the container. Cover progresses, references. Oh. Just a second. No. Let's see. Okay. So now I fixed this base thing. Let's see if the delete fireworks. Okay, so that also kind of works. It doesn't work, but it works a little. We also need to replace the buttons and all that. I just want to see. We still have the problem with the. We have to provide the names here, but is that really how we want to do it? Why is it that we do it this way? Because it's almost like have it hard-coded. Like it's... Let's try this. But the pop-up code is also different, I think, so... I don't think it'll work, but let's try and see. And I'm also soon stopping. It's been 1.5 hours. Soon need to go with this guy. What does it have? Doggy dog. And now we want to go up. Just take him for a walk in a moment. Let's try this list thing. What? So, but I don't think it will work with this pop-up thing. We'll teach him how to become a cat. He have no self-esteem, so he's never gonna be like a cat, which have nothing else than self-esteem. Self-esteem? Isn't that called? Okay, so quick and see if we delete. No, still not working. But that's because, yeah, there's something set events and all that. That's it. There's a lot of things going on with these blueprints that I have to fix. Not blueprints, sorry, with the pop-ups. They need to be done in a different way. Because again, I'm using a new version of Doozy UI here, and it works in different ways with some of these things. So I have to fix that too. But it is progress, as you saw. Now we have a UI that kind of works. It works a little. It can load. We have some progress, loading progress. This is also good. So I think I'll stop for today. Hopefully I should have some hours tomorrow. Don't think I will be live streaming, but I will be working on it. So a new version of Doozy. No, yeah. Yes, there is a new version of Doozy. The version 4, I think, is the one I'm using now, and that's from this year, I think. No, sorry, last year. Where the other one was from 22 or something like that. And this new version I'm using now, which is from last year, was a total rewrite of a lot of the stuff. So that's why it breaks when upgrading from the old version to the new version. It breaks a lot of stuff. But sadly, no news from the Doozy guys. Let me check again here. Oh. Yeah, there's another dude I can see from today saying that he never heard anything from nothing from 2 years ago. But it's weird. It's so weird that they just went silent like that. Something is wrong because they have a super great product. So it's really odd that they just disappeared like that. And it's a pretty bummer because they were doing something I needed. Because the products they have, they like, I use it for the UI, I use it for the sound for the UI, I use it for this new binding thing for the settings, and it just works really well. So it's really sad if they shut down somehow, or yeah, I don't know. Very annoying and sad and problematic. Anyway, so I will continue on the pop-ups tomorrow to convert them to the new way of working and the new buttons, and then actually make it work. Because the UI, I think in the first version here I will push to people, it will just look basically as it did before. I will do some kind of tweaks as I did today with the UI, but nothing major. Again, I want to keep it as close as possible to the existing version and look of it, simply to save time, because I just right now I just need it to work as the current version of the blueprints, so I can kind of check that off and say it works exactly as it did before. Because then I can go back to focus on something that is a little more interesting, to be honest, like new multiplayer things. There's a lot of things to do there, but also I also have the task of making the old or the current maps, the range and the town work, but that shouldn't take that long. Famous last words. But yeah, anyway, I'm out for today. See you maybe tomorrow, but at least I will work on it tomorrow, but not live stream. But yeah, see you, and thanks for stopping by, and thank you again, Andreas, for the 20 euro super chat. Really nice, appreciate it, even though you're just a lurker, not chatting normally. No problem. Yeah, see you guys.